So how do you say that, honey? Benedictine monk, right?
Benedictine.
Mm-hmm. I'm up and running. Just waiting for people to sign on. Hopefully they got the link. Did you see all those things I forwarded you from Adrian?
I did a quick thing with the numbers anyways. What did you notice price?
$55, I think it
Okay, I
was.
put in a price of $50. So we're still in good shape at 1997. The only thing we gotta figure out is how many coaches do we have to pay?
I'm not assigning anyone a coach yet.
Okay.
Oh my God, my stupid. It's not responding, the link.
What link? What link?
See, it's not responding. What's our number? How do I figure that out?
Yeah.
Okay, it should be going now. Go, go, go. There.
You're in?
Okay, it was just sent.
Got it.
Hey, Joanne.
How are you?
Good. Happy New Year!
Woohoo!
Woohoo! 2018. We're gonna crush it.
Yeah, we are.
Oh my God! Literally, I have to just tell you, like 15 minutes ago, my whole computer froze, and I had to shut the entire thing down as I was trying to send the link. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, is the universe trying to tell me something?
Okay, can I just tell you something? Things are manifesting even faster now.
What? Hi, Catherine. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Oh my gosh. Joanne is just telling me that things are manifesting even faster for her.
Awesome.
I can't keep up.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what is, you have to tell us. Like, I think everyone's just going to start to chime in, but you have got to tell us what's going on.
Hold on.
Catherine, I'm so glad that you got home in one piece. You poor thing, stranded in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sorry I brought the cold weather with me, so I'll apologize for that right now.
Oh my God, it's so freaking cold.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's the kind of weather that freezes your eyelashes. If you're not careful, you get ice buildup on your eyelids.
I put the garbage out with wet hair this morning. I came back and it was icicles. Like it was that hard.
Oh my God. Did everyone have a nice Christmas and a good New Year?
Jerry Springer Christmas, anyone?
No.
Yes, Springer Christmas?
Yep. My ex-husband, his girlfriend, and the 2 kids. My daughter, my son and his fiance, my mom, me, my new boyfriend, and his mom.
Oh my God. Happy New Year, Mia!
Yeah.
No.
Happy New Year. Oh my gosh. Joanna's just telling us she had a Jerry Springer Christmas.
Literally. Everybody got along, though. It was really good.
Now, how do you go to dinner with your ex-husband, his girlfriend, your parents, your kids, and your new boyfriend?
And his mom.
And his mom. Oh my God. Was there any drama? Were you guys good?
Oh no, it was all good.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
if he can go through that, he can keep it.
Oh my God. Wow, that's amazing. This is a very recent boyfriend.
Yes. Ever since the day we had our training with you. Remember I told you I went to the psychic?
Yes.
Bang on. It's the one.
Wow.
Like
wow.
to the T.
Oh my gosh.
The exact
So now, is this the guy that you've been telling me about?
No.
This is a completely new person. Well, where did you meet this person?
I've known him for 10 years.
Wow.
I never even thought.
Happy New Year, Victoria!
Happy New Year!
Hi. No, we can't hear you yet. We can't hear you, but we can see you, Victoria.
I don't see Victoria.
You don't see her?
No.
Oh, I can see her. I just can't hear her.
Okay, there. I see her now. I see Charlotte too.
Okay. You see Charlotte? I don't see Charlotte. Where's Charlotte?
I do.
Yeah, Charlotte's on too.
Charlotte, are you here?
She's on mute.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, this is very strange. I don't see Charlotte at all.
Huh.
Does anyone else see Charlotte?
The still shot of Charlotte and her husband.
Oh, that's so strange. Nope, I don't see her. This is very weird. Charlotte, are you here? Mia's the only one that can see you. Nope, that's really strange. Victoria, can we hear you yet? Oh, I see Leanne.
Hello.
Hi, Leanne. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh, I still have not seen Charlotte yet. That is so funny. Wow, very strange. So how is everyone's Christmas? Nope, Victoria, I still can't hear you. Oh, you're putting on your earphones. How was everyone's Christmas and New Year?
Tiring.
Really? Why was it so tiring?
Well, just the hustle and bustle, and I had a lot of movement at work.
Oh.
I started back on the 27th.
Wow.
But things are happening. I took action basically all on my own, so I'm learning a lot as I go. Basically, it's going to be very intense for the next little while, but I'm very proud of myself for as far as I've come. So it's been thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Hello, Happy New Year, Charlotte! Look at your gorgeous face.
Happy New Year.
Oh
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Leanne, you know what? You have the strength, sweetheart. You really do. You have what it takes to do this.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been, and I'm not afraid to say, or embarrassed. I had, they came at me like unbelievable last Thursday in a telephone conference. And I just stood my ground, and I wasn't getting a lot of support from the union at that point. So I made my own phone calls. I contacted the ministry, the CEO, and a lawyer. So moving forward, I got attention. I have a solid case now. I have to stay firm. I have to keep myself safe and just keep moving forward. So I'm ready to do this. I'm ready. I'm
Good.
prepared. Yeah.
Good. That's
And
amazing.
I'm grateful.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad you have some support now, and you always have to remember, Leanne, you have us.
Absolutely.
You can definitely lean on the Army, and you can lean on us for whatever you need.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that.
And I'm just around the corner.
Thanks, Joanne.
And
This is true.
We got to get that coffee cup going again, though.
Yes.
oh my gosh. So also to let you know, so Joanne, I'm going to let you tap in now. You had mentioned that you're manifesting things pretty quickly right now. I'd love for you to share a little bit more about that.
I don't know. I've just been saying intention set, and within sometimes it's 10 minutes and it's manifested.
Wow.
Wow.
Like my boyfriend's like, okay, would you stop with this positive shit? Can you just like backtrack like 17 steps because I can't keep up?
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Because when I met him, he didn't have a job, and I got him to like he started putting resumes in, and like the interviews were coming in and out, and he grabbed one of the jobs. He went there. They hired him on the spot.
Wow.
But now, last night, I'm like, here, let's look for some more intention set closer to home or better pay. Today, he got 3 interviews, and one's right down by his son. So he's going to have to move, but he'll be here on weekends or whatever. It's like crazy. He's like, okay, I don't know what to do now. Like, you're screwing me up. Would you just stop?
Wow, Joanne,
Can I do this positive stuff with you?
That is amazing. That's amazing. Keep that up. Oh my gosh. Mia, how was your Christmas and New Year's? Can I tell you that photo with your 2 boys? They're so handsome.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. It was like, and they tower over you.
Yeah, that's not hard to do. Actually, Christmas was really good. I said typical Christmas, but I said we're all related, but we had drama, Joanne. So, I don't know what you're doing. But it was a good Christmas. But I said I ended up getting sick for New Year's Eve. I had a cold, so I was in bed by 10:30. But I'm feeling better now. We had my son's going away tonight. He's leaving for a cruise tomorrow. He has to catch his flight at 6:00 a.m. So we were out for supper tonight. So I'm glad we were able to get an early supper, and I was able to do this too and meet everyone.
Amazing. Amazing. That's fantastic. I'm sorry you got sick, but last New Year's, I was exactly the same way. I got sick and I was in bed by 10 o'clock.
I was talking to Linda. It's what I eat. You know, I eat crap. I always have a healthy diet before Christmas. I start having with the sugars and the chocolate and the sugar overload, and I get sick every year. So I do it to myself. I drink during the holidays more sugar because I like sweet stuff, and it does it to me every year. I should learn.
But should you? Because that's fun. Wow. Okay. Victoria, new puppies.
Yes. Brownie's coming home on Monday. So
nice.
yeah, they're 6 weeks. They're past 6 weeks old by Monday. So
Wow.
Yeah, they're really cute. They look like little doggies now, and they're all climbing out of the little pool and stuff like that. So Brownie's not feeding them very much now. She's only the last when I was there, she was only feeding in the morning and at night. So she's weaning them off, and Patty said by this weekend she'll be completely done. So
Wow.
yeah, they're really cute though.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, Mike and I were on puppy overload, checking out all the photos that you were posting.
Oh, well, yeah, I also posted all her other, she had 2 or 3 other litters there. So she's got quite a few litters going at one time. But yeah, they're all so cute. And even when I was there, some of the other dogs were visiting in the room, and she kept saying, shooing them out. And I said, don't worry, it doesn't bother me. And Brownie was fine with them being in the room around her puppies. She didn't seem to mind, except when they got too close to the pen, then she was kind of concerned. But
Aww.
yeah, she was funny though. She's hilarious.
Oh my
Because
God.
Patty said through Christmas, she made sure she sat with everybody that came into the house because she just loves to be with everybody, right? And then when I was there, there's a window on the outside. So she let her out to go to the bathroom. And when she was done, she was pouncing on the window to come back in because she wanted to be with me, right?
Aww.
Yeah. So I'll be glad when she comes home, though, because she's really skinny now. Like her belly's hanging, but the rest of her is like skin and bones, eh?
Wow.
So, yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Wow. Charlotte, oh my gosh, welcome back. You've been vacationing. Did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, we had a bit of an you know, my cousin passed away, but so it was a bit of a quiet Christmas. But other than that, we celebrated. I was sick for a little while too, so I think it was just the stress of everything, and the holiday, of course. But we did have a nice Christmas, and I was able to go out on New Year's, which was great, and then back home and just, you know, starting back up, and everything's good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got sick right after your trip, didn't you?
Yeah.
Can I tell you, it's almost getting to a point where it's like you don't want to fly because every single time that you come home, you're sick with something.
Yeah, it ended up being, first it was just bronchitis and then it turned into pneumonia. So you have to be really careful because it just happens and you think you can just keep going, but you can't. You really have to take time to just, you know, mellow. And that's my advice to everybody now.
Oh my gosh, I hear you. Well, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's nice to see everybody.
Oh my goodness, Catherine, welcome back. Catherine got stranded in Thunder Bay and brought the cold back to us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so I went up to Thunder Bay to surprise my sister for Christmas. My brother-in-law and I had worked this out, and he said, I want to fly you up for Christmas. So I said, okay. And yeah, a lot of her friends knew about it. Some of my brother-in-law's friends.
Wow.
The kids didn't know because they can't keep a secret to save their lives. But I showed up there on Christmas Eve. I just walked in the door and she was yelling at the kids and I just shouted out, Merry Christmas. And her face was like, what? Like, am I really saying this? Is this for real? So yeah, we had a nice week together and we spent New Year's Eve on a frozen lake in an ice fishing shack.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Yeah, for real. And it was actually really good. So I ate a lot of fish. And they have friends up there too. And it's like a whole ice fishing community and everybody has their spot and you have the holes inside the shack. So you can be nice and warm fishing. I didn't do it. I just let other people catch it and I ate it. So it was, yeah, it ended up being a lot of fun. Somebody had fireworks.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of love your New Year's. I don't know if I would have liked the cold. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I didn't go out much, I'll be honest. Like when the sun's out, you're like, oh, the sun's nice, but that means it's extra cold. The ice was about 2 feet thick on that lake, so it had been cold for a while. But yeah, you go out for a little bit, and then you come back inside and warm up, and then once you're toasty again, and you might venture out for another few minutes. But yeah, it was a new experience for me being out on the ice like that, so it was cool.
Wow, that's kind of amazing. So that was fantastic. I'm glad we're all here. I saw a note just come in that Janelle said she was just going to be another few minutes, but I wanted to let you guys know, so we'll just do a little bit of housekeeping here. So I'm going to share with you guys the link. The PIP Workshop page is live on the Positive People Army website. It's going to be announced and we're going to start filling up and getting ready for people to start taking workshops. So I'll share that link with you guys. so that we can start getting ready for you guys to start doing workshops as well. So now that that is launched, so what I'll do is I'm going to start sharing with you guys now. So I'll share that link with you. I'm going to share the business model with you. So all of that stuff. So you guys, and then we're just going to, like, one step at a time, we're going to get you ready to just, like, then it's your turn to start doing workshops. So as we start going forward, I want you guys to start thinking about, like, start putting the business cap on with questions that you have. I think it's going to be the biggest thing. I would love for you guys to go through, see the PIPs, and then start asking your questions. And then what we can do is we can even have a PIP where we can dedicate so much time now going forward to getting you guys ready for you to start launching your own. The next thing that's going to happen is your page is going to start getting launched with the leaders that are in it, with your bios, with your photos, with so right now we're trying to work out whether we're going to be giving you guys links, your own links for them to sign up to your workshops, or whether they're going to go onto the site. We're working with web people right now on how that's going to work, or whether they go to it and it's going to be a drop down to click onto you to go to that, okay? So how this is going to work going forward with the workshops is they will be done, there will be 4 increments of workshops. So there's always going to be a 12-week period. So these workshops that I'm teaching you guys are workshops 101. These will be the first 12, okay? And then what will happen is there will be a new one launched that will be workshops 102. You guys will not be taking them with me, but you guys will be able to teach them. So it's going to be a matter of, so here's the cool thing about this. So say for instance, Mia, you get your workshop people in and you're loving teaching workshop 101. And you're like, I'm not interested at this time to go forward and teach the next 12, 102. I want to continue with 101, but Charlotte's like, hell, I'm up for 102 and I want to teach 101 at the same time, 2 separate groups. So she graduates her 101 to 102, continues with them, and then brings on a whole other group to do 101, okay? So it's going to be completely up to you guys how you're going to start to go forward with this. And then Charlotte is like, done 102, on to 103, right? And then Mia's like, I'm going to now move on to 102. Don't want to do newbies anymore, still just want to do the one workshop, continue with my graduates. And then, you know, Victoria has been doing 101 this entire time, wants to stay super comfortable with teaching 101. So you guys are going to have lots of choices as we go forward how this is going to work. And the coolest thing is you guys are the first. So you guys get to have a lot of input as to how we're going to do this together. Like, that's why I'm like, put your little business caps on now and like, let me know how you guys or what your questions are or how this is going to work. We're going to set you guys up. So we're looking at Zoom right now. So what has to happen with Zoom is Zoom only takes in, you can do Zooms with up to 2 people. Once there is more than 2 people, then there is a fee that's going to happen. So we're talking with Zoom right now on how to make that like a group thing to get you guys to have the account, but it's still under the PPA, but having these separate accounts. So there's like all of these technical things that are coming into play for you guys to start moving forward in all of this. And of course, there is a manual being built. So you are going to get your own PIP manual that is going to have, which is why I'm like, oh my God, just ask as many questions as you want. Because like, as I'm building this, I think I'm thinking of everything to answer your questions. But you guys are going to start looking at things and see it from a completely, Mia, your favorite word, perspective. So that's what we're going to do, okay? So I'm going to now we're in the new year, now the fun begins. So you guys are going to have lots of opportunities for this. So just to let you know, also, I've done a coffee with Mia. We did a really fabulous interview together, and you got a lot of traffic on that, Mia, so it did quite well. There was a lot of views on that. And so everyone else has that opportunity to do that. One by one, I want to start introducing you to the Army like that. So just to let you know, if you haven't seen Mia's, I can definitely share it because I do have a YouTube link for it. I can share that link with you. It was really great. We talked about why Mia became a leader, and then Mia got to talk about what she does for a living, what her business is, and how, you know, the Army can benefit from something like that. Anyone can benefit. And they literally, like, so many people got educated. There was a lot of interaction between the Army because they were very interested. I didn't know a lot about what Mia did. I knew what she did, but I didn't know the complete scope of everything. And so it was incredibly interesting. And so all of you now are going to get that opportunity to do that. The craziest thing is I've been locked out of, I'm in Facebook jail right now. I don't know if any of you have been put in Facebook jail, but I'm in Facebook jail. And I have not been able to post in a group for 6 days. Yep,
what did you do?
My own group I have not been able to post in for 6 days. I am as of tomorrow at 11:42 allowed back in. I am out of jail as of tomorrow.
What the heck?
So I'll tell you what happened. I actually figured it out and now I know what it is. So what I have discovered, and it's only through doing some research as to why this happened. So as you know, have you guys seen a lot on Facebook just lately, people talking about and posting about all these new algorithms, how they're monitoring Facebook, how all of that is happening? So and the thing is a number of months ago, I started noticing that a lot of people that have groups like myself that share into other groups were all of a sudden saying, oh my gosh, and this whole thing, Facebook jail started, where people were like, I've been put in Facebook jail. And then one by one, I started to see other people from groups being put in Facebook jail. So I'm like, this is strange. Like, I haven't, and I share like crazy. This is what Facebook doesn't like, guys. So going forward, just to let you know this as well, Facebook loves for you to share anything to do with Facebook. So Facebook Live videos, they are trying to compete with something like YouTube. So they will allow you to share like crazy Facebook Live videos and all of that because it has to do with Facebook. But how I got put in Facebook jail is I shared a link, a story from the Positive People Army blog, and I shared it in the PPA, and then I shared it out to other groups, and it was sharing another link from an outside source that got detected as spam, and they shut me down.
Wow.
Yeah, for 6 days. Yeah, so I don't know if you've noticed, all of a sudden my husband, Mike Allen, seemed to be sharing a lot of my stuff in the group.
Yep.
Literally, I was like, Mike, I need your Facebook profile to literally share my own stuff. So I was like, oh my God, this is craziness. So you know what? It happened on December 30th, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? There's nothing I can do about this. There's absolutely nothing. So just gonna write it out and we'll be fine. So yeah, it was funny. That was very funny. So as of tomorrow, I can start doing lives in the group again and start coffees with Heidi again and start doing all the stuff that I need to as of tomorrow. So there'll be no more sharing links in other groups. That is for sure. So just don't even try it, guys. Facebook will shut you down. They don't care who you are. Okay, so is everyone ready for the work? Does anyone have any questions after everything I just said?
I have one question.
Yes, go for it.
Saying how the workshops are going to work. If I did want to stay with just level 1,
Yep.
and say Victoria wanted to go on to do level 2, then would my people then move on to Victoria so they can get level 2?
Well, it's going to be up to them. We're always going to give them an option and like let them know, like someone like Victoria's teaching level 2 right now, Leanne's teaching level 2. You're more than welcome to go into their workshop. Yeah, so we're going to definitely leave it up to them. That's why I want to post your bios. That's why I want the Army to get to know you guys, because I'm all about choice.
Okay.
You know, so I want people to be like, oh my gosh, that person really resonates with me. Like I feel like I have more in common with that person. So I want to go and have a workshop with them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many people in the group? Is it 10?
You can have up to 10.
Okay.
It's so, you know, minimum is 5, the maximum is 10. I don't want you guys to do more than 10 people in a Zoom. That's too overwhelming. There's too many, because like some people may have really strong opinions in the group, and when you have too many of that and then people that are too quiet, it's like people start to get lost. We're also going to be implementing like a, what do you call it? Report card. So at the end of your sessions, they will be able, you guys will do a report card on them. Okay, so we can see what growth they're having and what change they've had after workshop after workshop. And that's why like this check-in part is really important at the beginning. And that's why if you notice, I'm always like, you know, how did you guys do after the last workshop? What were some of the things that came out? So you're going to start getting to know, the thing is I know you guys really well. And a lot of you like message me. I follow you guys on Facebook. You text me. So it's like I'm getting to know you guys outside of here. And I'm really hoping with your workshop people you will, but you will not have had that 2 days that we did. You know what I mean? They're just going to sign on. So the beginning of your workshops and this kind of check-in is going to be really important with people to connect with you. And then throughout the workshops, what you guys are going to do is go through the material and input your own stories. You guys know that I do that all the time. Your personal experiences, questions. That's how you guys can start to make these workshops even tailored more to you. And even when you start to go through it, if, you know, all of a sudden Leanne is like, I wouldn't mind inputting into the excuses workshop, you know, this whole section that I know with excuses that I've researched and found. It's like, that's amazing, Leanne. That's going to make Leanne stand out a little bit more. Things like that we have to check. Because one thing I can't have, and not that you guys would ever do this, because like you're phenomenal, but like making it your own agenda. So we always have to still make sure that it stays within the model, but adding your bit of personality to it, and adding other knowledge, because you guys do have knowledge. You guys are working in this background, in this field, and you've had experiences, and I want you to bring that to your people that are taking the workshop, okay? Yeah. Anyone have any other questions?
Yes, actually, Heidi, I have a question.
Oh, sorry, Janelle. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Janelle, I can't even see you. Are you here?
I look crazy right now. So.
You don't.
Oh my God! It's us.
I'm just on video, you know, shut down for a moment, but I promise I will show my face in a moment.
Okay.
I just have a question. I had submitted my bio, however, I don't think it's most appropriate for this platform. And, you know, because I feel like it was, you know, now that I look back, I feel like it's a little bit tailored more towards the businessy side of Janelle. Can you provide us some tidbits? I find writing a bio is actually extremely difficult. If you have any tidbits or templates or anything that you could provide to, you know, steer us in the right direction as to what we should say and how we can relay the best information.
I'm so glad you brought this up, Janelle, because I went through each of your, and Joanne, you're the only one that I haven't received anything. I went through each and every one of your bios, and I have boosted them.
Okay.
I'm going to share them with you. You guys sound so phenomenal. But no, I literally took from, because I've gotten to know you guys. And so I've tailored your bios a bit more. So what I'm going to do with all you guys is I'm going to send them to you, what I've done. Let me know. Nothing has been published or anything yet. That page is being constructed. So I will send them to you guys. They're pretty good. They're definitely you guys. So you don't have to worry, Janelle. So have a look at it, and if you want to have a conversation with me about it, we can definitely do that together. Are you still there, Janelle? I think she disappeared. Any other questions right now, guys?
I have a question. I just want to know the people that we're going to be doing the workshop for. Are we going to be getting them strictly from the Army? Are we taking people also from the outside? What's your action plan there?
So we are definitely going to be promoting it within the Army, number one. And so that's going to be the first wave that we're going to put out ourselves. And then yes, you guys are going to do the same thing. Yeah. So it will be to people that are outside of the Army as well, which then in turn, what's going to end up happening is if they are interested in something like this, well, then we will make them, like, you'll bring them into the Army to be a part of the Army, and then they can sign up. Anyone can sign up for this. Like, this is about spreading positivity. It's a global movement. We talked about it so much when we did Impact. This is about taking the planet back. So, so it is, we promote this every year.
So I guess more specifically for our first classes, we're going to have people that you're providing to us. So yeah, so for the first 3 months, I'm going to do my best to help you guys fill these workshops for you. Okay. So when you see the business model of how it breaks down, it is a 50-50 split for 3 months. Okay. Okay. And so for the first 3 months, and why I say for the first 3 months is because anyone that I bring to you guys, we're going to still keep it at that 50-50 split. If going forward after the 3 months, I provide you with someone, Charlotte, then it is a 40-60 split, and that 60 goes to the PPA. If you get the people yourself, it stays the 50-50. Then after a certain amount of time, what's going to end up happening is, Charlotte, you're like winning here, and you're like filling your workshop. Then what ends up happening is the split changes to 60 goes to you and 40 goes to us. So the thing is as you guys get more confident in doing these workshops, and as you guys start to do these more, the profit is going to go more to you and less to us. Do you know how much we're charging? Do you have that already?
Yeah, it's $197 for 4 classes.
Okay.
What? Oh, plus HST. Yeah, Mike is like, and plus HST.
So we'll have to incorporate that, or we'll have to start a business on our own.
It's all going to go through, they're going to be sent links, Stripe, and everything is done through the Army. And then what ends up happening is money will then, so you get your workshop filled, and then you guys will be sent payment.
Okay, so you're going to do all of the, oh my God, that's so much easier than being a travel agent.
Yes, 100%.
I feel the same way, Charlotte.
No.
You don't have to submit. Oh yeah, you're real estate, right, Janelle?
Amen.
You guys have to understand. So what you are in essence becoming to the PPA is contract employees. Okay.
Right. Well, that's what it is. But instead of us having to do our own business, pay our own taxes and such, you're going to take it all out.
So you guys will have to pay your own taxes because you're a contract employee, like because you're making income. But yeah, we're collecting the fees, we're collecting all the HST, we're doing all of that, and then we're just sending you a payment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Heidi, when do you anticipate for the webinars to begin rolling out?
So as you guys are going to finish, so we're on week 6, we have 6 more weeks left. And then you guys can start your own workshop. So that's why I'm starting today. So I don't know, Janelle, if you were here or not, but the new PIP website has just gone live. It hasn't even.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it went live just before Christmas. So it is now up there. So if you go to the, if you go to positivepeoplearmy.com, you will now see on there that it will say Impact and it says PIP. So if you click on PIP, you're going to see all of the information is there now as to what a PIP is, all of that. And so now the next step after the PIP is to create the page where you guys exist on it for people to not just purchase a PIP, but choose who is going to be teaching them. It's kind of exciting.
It's very exciting.
It is. It's very exciting. Wow. So, like I said, I'll share that link with you. If you haven't gone and checked it out, I'll share that link with you. I'm also going to share with you the breakdown, the money breakdown, so you can see it. And yeah, guys, like really, like put those thinking caps on. Start asking me questions. Any hesitations you have, how you're feeling, more that you want from me. If you guys need more one-on-one as we're starting to go through the next. You want to have more conversations to get you ready, I'm here for you guys, okay? Once you start your own PIP workshops, remember the first 6 weeks, you guys get a mentor for that. So someone else will sign in with you, one of the core leaders, to mentor you. So just to let you know, I would love for you guys to reach out to me if there's somebody that has, is that you connected with or you would love to have as a mentor. I know, Charlotte, that you've connected with Celia, and Celia just adores you. I know she was helping you out in that. So, and that's perfect. That's great. So just let me know as we go forward. So stuff like that, we're going to start talking more and more. Okay, guys? It's like we're getting you ready. Okay, are we ready to do our workshop? I feel like it's taken up so much of your time, so I'll get through this and then we'll start. So of course we could not start the new year without doing gratitude, people. We have to do gratitude. So I really just wanted, of course, you guys. What I love about you guys is I know that you bring a lot of gratitude into your life. We need to remember this is a great workshop for people you're going to be teaching. Because there was a lot of people in the Army that have not taken any courses, have not taken Impact, have not, they're not coaches. They haven't done anything. And this may be their first, besides what they see in the Army, this may be their first introduction to truly why gratitude is necessary in their life. Okay, so with this one, I feel like you guys are going to know a lot. That's why I've taken up, some time here with you guys to talk about the business side of it. But we're going to get through it and we're going to have some fun. So now, according to Brother David Steindl-Rast, have you guys heard of this incredible Benedictine monk? He is so phenomenal. If you're a fan of Oprah like I am, she's had him on Super Soul Sunday. I mean, this human being has dedicated his life to the message of gratitude and joy and peace. And it's just such a beautiful human being. And at the very end of this gratitude workshop, I have a link to it's a world-renowned YouTube link that he did back in 2006, I'm pretty sure, and they have updated most of the footage to it, but the gratitude meditation that he does is still, the words are still the same that he did. So I really, really recommend, it's 5 minutes long. I recommend that you watch it. I still, to this day, cannot watch this video without tearing up. It is so profound and so beautiful. And if you are not in the most beautiful place of gratitude after you watch this, then I think you need to pinch yourself a lot. Wake yourself up, because it's just that beautiful. Okay, so I'm giving 2 people that have come from 2 different spectrums. I want to tell you their definitions of gratitude. So, of course, our beautiful Brother David says, the first thing he says is, the first is appreciation. You recognize that something is valuable to you, which has nothing to do with monetary worth. So it's appreciation. The second quality, he says, is that gratitude is gratis, freely given to you. Okay, so appreciation and then freely given to you is his definition. Now, Robert Emmons, if you've done any study at all in this place, this beautiful spiritual realm, you will know of this person. He's the world's leading scientific expert on gratitude, a professor of psychology at the University of California. He is the founding editor-in-chief of the Journal of Positive Psychology. What was that? I think that's just me giving feedback. Okay, so his 2 key components. Isn't this amazing? 2 key components. First is an affirmation of goodness. We affirm that there are good things in the world, gifts and benefits we received. That is a beautiful definition, very much the same thing. The second part of his gratitude, he explains, we recognize that the source of this goodness are outside of ourselves. We acknowledge that other people gave us many gifts, big and small, to help us achieve the goodness of our lives. So no matter what, you have a scientist, and then you have someone from a religious, spiritual sense, and both are saying the exact same thing, which is absolutely beautiful. So gratitude is of course something that we appreciate, we recognize, we affirm, it is all there. And then of course something that we know that is freely given to us, which is amazing. So can practicing gratitude increase your overall happiness? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so like I said, Emmons is a leading person on this, and in 2003, he outlined the positive impact that practicing gratitude can have on our well-being. So research was carried out with 3 experimental groups over a 10-week period, okay? So it's described that his study, and it's in his new book, it's called Thanks. So the first group was asked to write down 5 things that they were grateful for that happened the last week for each of the 10 weeks of the study, okay? So this was called the gratitude condition. So that's the first group. They're the gratitude people. The second group was asked to write down 5 daily annoyances or hassles from the previous week. This was the hassle condition, okay? Then the third group was asked to simply list 5 events that had occurred in the last week, but not told to focus on either positive or negative aspects. So this is the control condition, okay? So the types of things people listed in their grateful condition included sunset through the clouds, the chance to be alive, the generosity of friends, the things we all write down. In the hassles condition, they of course said all the things we also complain about: hard to find parking, burn my macaroni and cheese, no money for gas. So before, and also I should note that before the experiment began, participants had kept daily journals to chronicle their moods, physical health, and general attitudes. These were then used to provide a comparison, okay? So like this study is world renowned. This study is huge. People who were in the gratitude condition, the gratitude group, the very first group, felt 25% happier. 25. Do you have any idea how huge that is? 25% happier. And the study was a short period of time. They were more optimistic about the future. They felt better about their lives. And they even did, this is the part I love the most, they even did 1.5 hours more exercise a week than those in the hassles or events condition. So they were just like, woohoo, taking on life, I can do anything. And that's just what gratitude did. That was it. So like just that study alone, we could just end this whole workshop. It's like, there you go, done. But of course we're not. Okay, so what happens when we don't practice gratitude on a daily basis? So there have definitely been events in your life that don't make you happy, 100%. Maybe time, okay, so let's talk about, so maybe the time you bought your first car, this makes you super happy, or the time you received that long desired promotion, or the time you lost 15 pounds, I always love to put weight in there, 15 pounds, and were able to get back into your favorite jeans without cutting off the circulation. When good things happen, we feel positive emotions, okay? We feel excitement, relief, pride, and happiness. But the problem is happiness doesn't usually last, okay? The excitement of that first car, the thrill kind of goes away after a while. You knew that. You're like, new car smell is gone. It's just my same old car now. All of a sudden the promotion, it's like now you're like, stop the celebrating, and it's like the responsibility, the stress is kind of kicked in. And then of course there is most of us that are like, well, I got into a size 8. Now I wish I was a size 6. So it's like seriously, it's never ending. So I'm bringing all of this up, guys, because I want you to understand that there is a phenomenon that is happening, and it happens to every single human. And this is why gratitude is so incredibly important. It's called the hedonic adaptation. I know, Charlotte, you're shaking your head. You're like, I know exactly what that is. The idea that no matter how good something makes us feel, or bad, most of the time we drift back to where we started, emotionally speaking. This is called baseline. Okay, guys? So this is what happens. And something like baseline can destroy marriages. Like baseline destroys relationships, destroys jobs, destroys how we feel about them. Because what happens is, you all know, we get into a new relationship and that heightened excitement, and it's so fun and it's so amazing and I love everything about it. And then you know what? It's like 6 months in, 8 months in, a year, 2 years, all of a sudden you're used to each other, you know how each other functions, you know the triggers with each other. And so this is actually called hedonic adaptation. And this is what happens. This is why gratitude is so incredibly important in your life. Because in many ways, the opposite of this is going out of your way to focus on something rather than taking it for granted and letting it fade into the background. So knowing this, being aware that yes, that heightened excitement is there, and I'm not like, have the heightened excitement, but then all of a sudden when the excitement wears off, you need to start bringing in your gratitude to realize, to take yourself back and to appreciate what it is that you have, and then literally kick it up a notch again for yourselves. You know, like when you move into your new house and you like, you know, my God, I love my new bathtub and I love this, and like, oh my God, I love my new stove, and I have so much more room. And then after a while, you just start to take it for granted. We need to bring gratitude into our life to literally make all of these moments amazing. Human beings spend a lot of time trying to figure out what will make them happy, but not nearly enough time trying to hang on to the happiness they already have. In a way, this is like focusing all of your energy on making more money without giving any thought to what you'll do with the money you've already earned. Okay? This is why gratitude is going to give you that happiness on a regular basis instead of, and I talk about it in the Army all the time in my videos, it is the roller coaster of emotions. This is not healthy. This at baseline is also not happy. We need to just bring it above baseline to find this happiness that's going to be fulfilling. Okay? So what are the benefits of gratitude? You guys know a lot of this. I do know that. So research reveals gratitude can have these 7 benefits on us. Okay, so the very first one, of course, guys, is going to be your relationships. Okay, so gratitude opens the door to more relationships. More, not just keeping, but more. Not only does saying thank you constitute good manners, but showing appreciation can help you win new friends. So according to a 2014 study published in Emotion, the study found that thanking a new acquaintance makes them more likely to seek an ongoing relationship with you. By saying thank you, by offering gratitude, makes us as human beings want to have a continued relationship. So whether you thank a stranger for holding the door or send a quick thank you note, a text, acknowledging other people's existence. And we have, all the way through these workshops, we've talked a lot about acknowledging people, especially when we were in the hole, we talked about toxic relationships. We talked about why a lot of times they are so toxic, because there's no acknowledgement there. There's no appreciation. There's no gratitude in those relationships. So gratitude is going to make that better for all of us and continue those relationships. The thing that I can't get over is how many times I see people that you open a door for someone and you're standing there and they just walk through and they don't say thank you. What response does that give to you? You all know the response. You just want to say, are you kidding me? Like, you could say thank you. I'm like right here. Like, we all have the same response, because that is making a negative response in us. But what happens when you hold that door for that stranger and they walk through and they're like, thank you so much. You're like, oh, you're welcome. Have a nice day. There's an exchange of positive, like it elevates all of us to a better place. And that's from a simple 2 words, thank you. Okay, that is gratitude. It shifts us again, on a cellular level. Gratitude improves our physical health. Grateful people, you just heard it in that study that I told you. Like, they worked out 1.5 hours more than anyone else. So grateful people experience fewer aches and pains, and they report feeling healthier than other people. There was a 2012 study done. Not surprisingly, grateful people are also more likely to take care of their health. They exercise more, they attend regular checkups, and they contribute to further longevity. It's just science. I'm literally telling you, studies that have been done, that gratitude does this. It improves your psychological health. Okay, so of course, Robin Emmons, he's another one. He's like, gratitude reduces a multitude of toxic emotions ranging from envy, resentment, frustration, and regret. I gave that perfect example of holding the door. When someone doesn't acknowledge you, you like, literally, you want to give them the finger. Like, it literally makes people angry. Like, it physically makes them go into rage from someone not appreciating them. So a leading gratitude researcher, Emmons, has conducted multiple studies on the link between gratitude and well-being. His research confirms that gratitude effectively increases happiness and reduces depression. And it does. And that's why we talked about in the very, very first workshop about the gratitude journal. It does change things. I told you guys about how when I go to the bathroom, I take that moment. I really do, to have a moment of gratitude. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a notebook in my bathroom because I know fully that just saying the words and thinking them doesn't have nearly the amount of manifestation. Like Joanne just told us, she's manifesting like crazy. I write them down. Sometimes it's just one thing. Sometimes it's two things. Sometimes it's three things. It depends on how long I'm there. But you know what? Doing that act changes my mood throughout the day. It totally changes my mood. You know, if I'm dealing with something and then I just take that moment, it shifts me instantly. Gratitude enhances empathy and reduces aggression. Grateful people are more likely to behave in a pro-social manner, even when others behave less kind. So there was a 2012 study, University of Kentucky. Study participants who ranked higher on gratitude scales were less likely to retaliate against others, even when given negative feedback. They experience more sensitivity and empathy towards other people, and they decrease their desire to seek revenge. Like, that is phenomenal. That right there is phenomenal. So if we, okay, I don't know, and you know I don't like to bring this man up in anything that we talk about, but there was a thing that happened on the news this week, Trump, I swear to God, that man, he literally, so there was a text that came in. Where was the text from again? It was from the North Korea guy, right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Chung Lang, you say it better. So he tweeted, oh my God, I can't even say, listen, I can't even be involved. I can't even have these people in my life. He tweeted out about, I have a new button on my desk, and I'm going to push it anytime, blah, blah, blah. And what did Trump do? This is a man that does not have gratitude. Oh yeah, I got a button, and my button's bigger, and my button can do, I was like, are you kidding me? These are people that do not have gratitude in their life.
And they're running a country. That's scary.
Like, I'm like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. But if they brought more gratitude into their life, it's going to enhance that empathy and reduce aggression. This is not rocket science, people. Oh my God. Grateful people sleep better. That's why when we talked in the journaling part about that 5-minute journal, and I tell you guys is my favorite journaling, where you just do it for 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and you appreciate and you have a moment of what you are grateful for. It's literally going to help you improve your sleep. There's a 2011 study published in Applied Psychology, Health and Wellbeing. Spend just 15 minutes jotting down a few grateful sentiments before you go to bed. You'll sleep better and longer. All of a sudden, you're appreciating instead of stressing. Gratitude improves your self-esteem. Oh my gosh. So studies have shown that gratitude reduces social comparisons. Oh my God. You know how beautiful that is? How many times those people that are constantly comparing themselves to everyone, that doesn't exist. That's what I love about the Positive People Army group. That's what I love about that so much. There is no comparison in there. It is appreciation like I have never seen appreciation for other human beings in my life. There is no comparison. And anyone that has done that comparisons, when I've heard people like that, I've noticed they've just taken themselves out. When it's like they can't appreciate what anyone else has done, then they take themselves out. And I always just bless them and send them love. It's like, you'll come back when you're ready. You'll come back when you're ready. Gratitude increases mental strength. A 2006 study published in Behavior Research and Therapy found that Vietnam War veterans were higher levels of gratitude, experienced lower rates of post-traumatic stress disorder. And I like right now, I'm finding there is a lot of people talking about post-traumatic stress disorder. And I'm glad this conversation is starting now, because there was a time when that was only labeled to people that had experienced massive traumatic things like a war. And yet, in fact, as human beings, any trauma that we go through, we suffer post-traumatic stress disorder. It happens, and it was not labeled to normal people before. We were never allowed or told that's what it was. And so now, like, knowing that gratitude can actually contribute to and help is amazing. They even say that they found that gratitude was a major contributor to resiliency following the terrorist attack on September 11th. Recognizing all you have to be thankful for, even during the worst times of your life, fosters resilience. And we had a whole thing on a whole workshop on resiliency. And that workshop was pretty powerful because there was a lot in there about gratitude as well. So pretty incredible. Okay, so I've got a whole little diagram here. When you guys open your workshop thing, there is a whole little thing. So everything we just talked about, it's benefits of gratitude, happiness is in the middle, and then it shoots off to everything that literally gratitude does. The emotional, social, career, health, personality, and exactly what a simple thing like bringing gratitude into your life can do. Developing an attitude of gratitude. You guys know a lot of this, which I just adore about you. Number one thing, count your blessings. Oh my gosh, look at Joanne holding up her gratitude box. I love you. No, you're on mute, honey. You're on mute.
Yeah, I got my daughter to start writing gratitude stuff and put it in the box. And then at the end of the month, we get together and we discuss what we're grateful for.
Oh my gosh, I adore you, Joanne, because that's a point in this, that's a whole thing that I've got in here, quirky little different ways that we can actually bring it into our life. And that's one of them. And I love that. So yeah, the first thing, guys, count your blessings. Like, write down, like, you know, the gratitude journal. You know how important the gratitude journal is. Like the specific gratitude journal, not what you're doing at the 5 minutes at the end of the day, not what I'm doing in the bathroom. When you're really sitting down in your very specific gratitude journal, you're going to do this about 3 times, once, 3, whatever it is per week. It's going to have a greater impact on your happiness by journaling and appreciating what it is that you have. Mental subtraction. I've brought stuff like this up before in the other workshops that we've been doing. What I love is, in the words of Joni Mitchell, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And that is beautiful. Like, use that one, guys. Remind people of that. But sometimes just imagining that something is gone is enough to make you appreciate what you've got. So the one way you can do this is mental subtraction of positive events practice. And it is just a practice to literally really sit back. And this for me is kind of that moment where it's like, you know, when everything feels like it's falling apart. Everything feels like it's falling apart. Like, oh my God, like, how am I ever going to get up? How am I ever going to get through this? You know, those moments, we've all had them. Every single one of us here has had those moments. How do I continue? Right? So that's why mental subtraction sometimes, this jolt can help you, because so there's a series of 2008 studies led by Mink Young Koo found that completing a 15-minute mental subtraction writing exercise led to increases in happiness and gratitude, because it's going to jolt you back, is exactly what it does. So mental subtraction can counteract the tendency to take positive events for granted and see them as inevitable instead. So it does that. So sitting sometimes and just like, okay, you know what? My life is gone to hell right now. I don't know how I'm going to get back up. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to look at all of the things that if I didn't have them, how much my life would really suck. And it really makes you figure just how grateful you are and appreciate. And as you do this 15-minute practice, all of a sudden it's like, I'm not saying that what you're going through is not over, but it strengthens you to keep moving forward. And all of you have so many incredible coping mechanisms, because I know you've all been through so much in your life, and this one can really help. Say thank you. This is the easiest one. We all know this one. You guys know that. Small gestures, okay, guys? Like on it, like literally anything that you can do to say thank you in any way is going to make a benefit. Okay, now I always love to, especially in these workshops, but even to tell you the things like, and I'm bringing this up, the don'ts of practicing gratitude. You're probably like, how can there be a don't? It's like the most incredible thing. Why is there a don't? But don't overdose on gratitude. You're probably like, seriously, Heidi, you're telling us to do it everywhere. This is what I'm saying here. When it comes to keeping track of your gratitude, the adage more is better doesn't necessarily apply. If you find yourself hesitating when putting pen to paper, the one thing we can't do, guys, is what we talked about, the hedonic adaptation at the top. We can't all of a sudden baseline on our gratitude. That's what I'm saying here. So if you're hesitating, and I love Charlotte, and I remember because you brought it up when we did the journaling workshop, you brought it up that, you know, I don't put 3, I put 2. Because I felt myself hesitating and then just putting something down for the third one. So this is what I'm talking about here. Okay, guys? So step back. You may begin to think your life isn't that good, or you don't have that much to be grateful for if you start hesitating. If that is the case, take a step back and focus on quality over quantity. Okay? So if you know, it's like, okay, in my, you know, gratitude journal, like I'm supposed to be writing down 5 things that I'm grateful for. If you have 2, you're done. Take the 2. I don't want you to start beating yourself up or all of a sudden turning it into either a baseline or something that you're not enjoying anymore. Okay? Does that make sense to everyone?
Heidi, I have a question.
Yes, honey.
I don't want to get off topic, but it's about the journaling on the gratitude journal.
Yeah.
In one part it says, how can you have made today better? But I find that's kind of a negative, because I find sometimes some of the days I had, I figured, no, today was a great day. It couldn't have gotten any better, or else I wouldn't have wished it. Like I said, as though you're missing something out if you couldn't put anything down. That line there just seems to be kind of like a negative connotation because you haven't reached it yet.
I love that you brought that up, because I love your perspective on that, because my perspective is completely different than yours. My perspective is, how could I have made today better? How could I have challenged myself even more?
Okay.
Yes. So not what did I do wrong, like I didn't do enough.
Right.
It's like, 'cause you talk about how great today was. Now, how can I have made it even better? And it also makes you reflect on if you're not doing all the stuff you've set out to do. So it's not a negative. You are allowed to have your perspective. It is your favorite word, Mia. But I want you to not look at it that you haven't done something. It is challenging you to, this was really amazing. Today, this was fantastic. You know what? I got out and, you know, like I did my 5-minute walk. You know, I did this. You know what? Tomorrow, I'm not only going to do my 5-minute walk, I'm going to do 10 push-ups. You know, so it's always challenging yourself. You also have to remember, Mia, you don't have to answer that question.
Sometimes I don't, because I think about it. I figured, okay, so I didn't exercise today, but I figured I'm not going to beat myself up, but I'm going to forgive myself. And then, because it was a great day, so I'm not going to let that bring me down. So I figured, and I kind of just, write down, no, today was good, great day. And leave it as a positive.
But also everything that we're doing in life, we're also pushing ourselves forward. So we're going to try and get your mindset out of that as a negative.
Right.
How can I make it better, challenge, rise above?
Can
Does
I just
that make sense?
Yeah, it's just an assisting.
Did you guys all just freeze on
it's
me?
an assist in
I think
We lose Heidi?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh my God, everyone froze at the same time. That was so funny. You were all frozen.
We're good now.
Good. Yes. Did it freeze for you guys too?
Yeah, us too.
Amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
You were saying something. What were you going to say?
Yeah, that little part in there, that's pretty much just an assist for you to goal set for the next day.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You could have the most spectacular day, and then you have this little area that you can assist for your next day, because you never want that day to be the best day. You want the next day to be the best day.
Right. Yeah. Well, like I said, that usually is like, okay, didn't exercise today. And that's what the same reoccurring, if you have to be honest. We're just going to change. I have hope for every day.
Oh my gosh. Can I tell you guys, talking about exercise? So Christine, one of our Creative Core founders, she is doing, I interviewed her, and she is doing this, it's an 80-day challenge, people, 80 days. And so I did this interview with her, and I'm like getting so excited, and I'm like, and it's this, and she's like, yeah, and I've been wanting to push myself and challenge myself in a physical space again. I got back running again, but then it got like really cold, and I've been back to the gym and like all that stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to do this. And then I talked to her the other night. I'm like, am I going to die? She's like, you're fine. But I'm going to do it. I start on January 15th. I'm going to do this 80-day people. 80
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Go, Heidi.
Oh my God. So I'm just going to be ripped by the summer. Oh my God. So I'm very excited. Okay. So don't overdose on gratitude. Okay. Don't focus on feeling grateful for someone or something who isn't worthy. This, of course, goes to everything that we talked about with the Toxic People workshop. If you're in a bad relationship with someone who just can't make you happy, focusing on gratitude may be the wrong choice. Okay, so we need to really look at, is this that I'm just not being grateful enough for my partner, or is this a really bad relationship? Okay, by focusing on all the ways you appreciate your partner, boss, roommate, whatever it is, you may choose to stay where you are when you should be focusing on finding a way to get out of the unhealthy situation. Okay, so make sure you're not putting all that beautiful gratitude on an unhealthy relationship. Okay, and I think you guys know what that is. We went through that extensively. Okay, don't downplay your own success through excessive gratitude. And this comes down to that moment where you're like working in a team, or you're like doing something at work or whatever you're doing, and you're appreciating, you're the first one to say thank you to everyone. You're the first one to tell everyone how great they are, but then you're not doing it for yourself. Okay, you have to remember that you have to give gratitude for you, and you have to take credit for your own success as well. Okay, make sure of that one. And I find there's a lot of people that don't do that. They're like, no, it was the team. No, it was this person. It's like, no, you were a part of it as well. You did a really great job too. And it's like, no. Like, oh, it's like, no, take it. You're amazing too. And offer yourself some gratitude for that. Don't mistake gratitude for indebtedness. Okay, this one is really important. Now, I have friends that this happens, where it's like, it's a wife and a husband, okay? And anytime that, she does something really great, he's like appreciative, but then has to do something right away because feels indebted to her instead of grateful. So if you mistake feelings of gratitude for indebtedness, you may find yourself working hard to repay a favor, not to express your appreciation, but to take the weight off a debt on your shoulders. That's not gratitude. That's not making up for it. That's like it's like you can't appreciate what this person has done for you because you just feel like you owe them. Okay? That's not gratitude, guys. That is indebtedness, and it's very different. So make sure you don't mistake that one. And of course, how do you actually do gratitude? Well, I mean, we talk about just practice, 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 and practice it. This one has to be practiced for it to become a part of your life. So I came up with like a whole bunch of things. Lovely Joanne already gave us one, but one of them is post words, photos, objects of gratitude in your home. This is a great way to get you started and keep yourself motivated. Place items wherever. Me, I have Post-it notes. If you come to my house, my refrigerator is full of Post-it notes. Like, I love Post-it notes. I put them everywhere. There is a wall. I'm going to turn the camera. Mike's over there on the other computer. Look at this wall that I put up the stickers. Can you see them? Can you guys see all those stickers? There's Mike. So I found these like vinyl sticker things that you can, I got them at the dollar store, and there's a whole bunch of them. They were in a roll, and you take them off and you stick them on the wall, and some of them are chalkboard and some of them are like dry erase, and you can put stuff all over them, and you erase them, put new ones, but it's like constantly just surrounding yourself with this stuff will remind you. Carry a physical token of gratitude. For me, guys, my dog tag has become that. I wear this every single day, and I constantly touch it and feel it when I'm talking to people, when I'm talking to you guys now. I've picked it up and rubbed it so many times. For me, it reminds me to be grateful in those moments where it's like, I'm so grateful for the Army. I'm so grateful for this life that I now have. So it's like any sort of token. Some people have jewelry. It could be like a bracelet with all the little, what do you call those things? Charms, the little charms. Some people have like rocks. It doesn't matter what it is, but having that, so then when you touch it, it's a reminder. Change your language. Another trick that works well is catching yourself saying, I have to do X, whatever that is, and start changing it to I get to do. So anything that's happening in your life, changing that one simple phrase, it's like, oh my God, I have to go do the laundry. Oh my God, I get to do the laundry because I actually have a washer and a dryer. You know what I mean? So it's really simple, these tiny little things. Social media feeds. It drives me crazy when I hear people talk about how their social media, and it's like everything is so toxic. And, you know, like even mine, it's like I share stuff and it's like, oh, I just wish it could be, it's like, start posting things of gratitude. It's so easy. They're everywhere. Those postcards, those quotes. Put one up on your wall every single day. By the way, I know a lot of you all do because I see them. You guys kind of got that one. High five to all of you. Okay, change your passwords to words of gratitude. Whatever your passwords are. You can change it to I am grateful. You can change it to gratitude. You can change it to thank you. So every time you put your password in your computer, you're saying thank you. I mean, it's an amazing thing how it can start changing you. And then turn every moment into, oh, where's the one that I've missed it somewhere. Where's the one? Oh, where is it? Turn every moment. And then I don't know why I took it out. Oh. Nope, going to the washroom. Did I take it out? Did I accidentally get rid of it? Because I love that one, Joanne. The one about putting, some people have the gratitude jar, and then you look at the pieces of paper afterwards. I'm going to have to go back and find out where I put that. Oh, maybe I have it down here. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so we are now at the end. There is the link, guys. So the link is in your workshop package. Press on the link. And so I've added some extra stuff, 8 reasons the world needs a grateful day. And this is what this video is. So I listed the 8 reasons why this video is so impactful. and why it helps you in a meditation of gratitude. So I really hope you guys, if it's tonight or tomorrow, take 5 minutes out of your day, click the link, and watch this if you haven't already seen it. I mean, it's been around since 2006. You may have seen it. It is so incredibly, incredibly beautiful. But that is the end. How did you guys like gratitude? Did you learn some stuff? Was it fun?
Woohoo!
Very fun.
Good. I'm glad.
I will say for myself, when I implemented gratitude into my life, it literally changed everything. It changed. I used to be somebody who was not necessarily hot-headed, but I could carry some feelings of anger and things would easily, anything that would provoke me, it would easily turn me into a different spiral or into a negative spiral. But when I literally started journaling and every day, and I'm like, even the days that nothing necessarily happened, I'd be like, I'm just grateful that I can breathe. I'm grateful that I'm not in the hospital today. I'm grateful that, I have food to eat. And literally that created just an immensible amount of positive energy. And I noticed that people started coming into my life that were incredibly grateful and things started to happen. So it's like the grateful gods automatically say, all right, the energy that you're now releasing, we're attracted to it. So it's incredible how being grateful really and truly changes everything.
It does. Thank you for saying that, Janelle. It really does. It does. It changes your life. It's changing the cells in your body. That gratitude. It truly does. Yes. Anyone else?
And just by being grateful to other people see it and they see what's happening and they're like, hold on a second, what's going on here? Like, can I be part of this too? Like, and then you start doing it with them, and they have some of them have had really bad tempers dealing with exes or whatever. And now it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, no problem. And then the ex is like, what? Like, okay. And then now their ex is being nicer to them and allowing them to come more. You know what I mean? It's just crazy how it's like a dominoes effect.
It is. Honestly, like that, like a simple thing, like just saying thank you. I mean, I said it several times through this workshop, can change your life and change other people's lives. And I want you guys to always remember that example that I gave of just holding the door, because you all know how it feels when someone doesn't say thank you. And it does. It can upset you. It can make you angry. Like, I can't get over where, like, depending on the mood, you're just like, are you freaking kidding me? It's like, okay. Yeah. So that simple 2 words can really, really make a difference. And then any time that you're appreciating everything in your life is always going to take you to a higher plane. It just does. It does. Wow. Anyone else have anything to say before we sign off?
I learned some things today. I'll say I learned some things in this workshop, and it also reminded me of things that I can do better in terms of gratitude and just practice it more regularly, like on a daily basis. And Heidi, you may not have intended this, but some of us might be thinking of you now when we go to the bathroom.
I love it.
Catherine, I adore you. You're hilarious. That was me thinking about you guys. That's what I'm writing the next time I go to the bathroom. I am grateful for the leaders. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. Wow. Well, if no one else has anything to say, I think we'll all sign off. Happy freaking New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, 2018.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care.
Bye.